Esteemed colleagues, IUCN members, friends all, it is a great pleasure to be with you today. Welcome and thank you for joining us at this World Conservation Congress, and in particularly here in this first ever thematic session devoted to understanding gender-based violence and environmental linkages, and hearing from a range of members and partners on how they are tackling this urgent nexus of issues. Used to assert control over natural resources, gender-based violence is pervasively increasing across regions in the context of environmental degradation and climate change. A barrier to resilience, peace, and the well-being of individuals and communities and healthy ecosystems. Now more than ever, the need to urgently respond to these gaps is clear. The COVID-19 pandemic has shown how women are disproportionately impacted, losing jobs, taking the burden of caring for sick ones, and among these rising pressures, facing increased levels of gender-based violence. This global health crisis is taking place as the biodiversity and climate change crisis continue to deepen. Together, overlapping impacts will continue to have devastating effects on levels of global-based violence, threatening entire communities, rights, resilience, and futures. As IUCN and its members work together for a just world that values and conserves nature, the protection of human rights, including the rights to live in a world free of gender-based violence, must be at the core of any environmental and conservation intervention. The IUCN community has always been an international leader advocating for gender equality as a prerequisite to sustainable and rights-based conservation and development in policymaking and program spheres. Our gender equality and women's empowerment policy recognize that gender-based discrimination and gender-based violence demand special attention and corrective action to ensure environmental activities do not exacerbate existing gender inequalities and violence and seize opportunities to address these gaps. IUCN is fortunate and grateful to have USAID as a partner of this journey to scale up our joint efforts to understand and address gender-based violence and environmental linkages throughout our impactful partnership agent, Advancing Gender in the Environment. Agent is building knowledge, advocating for change, and supporting members' organizations and colleagues. A good example of this is the Regional Coastal Biodiversity Project in Central America that looks for more effective gender-responsive and rights-based conservation and climate resilience. I would like to welcome each of you and thank you for joining this session, which shows your interest in this topic, and I hope your commitment to learn and act as an agent of change. I would like to offer our sincere thanks to USAID and to all speakers and co-organizing partners who are with us today, many of whom are members and leaders on the conservation front and allies in this defense and protection of women's rights, of human rights for all of us in all our diversity. Together, we are and will continue to work towards a world free of violence, where the recognition of women's rights is an essential part to achieve a planet that conserves and protects people and nature. Thank you.